Zero Barriers Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Zero Barriers Podcast. This is episode 3. Got a very exciting topic today. This is Eli, and today I'm joined again by Charlie, who will be joining me every second podcast for our in-depth analysis and discussion and discourse on various issues. And today's one is quite an interesting topic, which Charlie proposed to me. Just a quick shout out to everyone that's been listening. It's much appreciated. Keep listening. It's make sure to subscribe as well. As of now, these aren't on YouTube. I think episode 1 I put up on YouTube, but it's not a video. But by the time this episode comes out, actually, episode 2 and 3 should be out on YouTube. And we are thinking about starting an Instagram, but as I said, I still want to build up this podcast a little bit before we do that. But anyway, hello, Charlie.
Hello. It's good to be back. Got a bit of a fun one today, and this should keep you on your toes. And there's lots of different tangents that we can probably go on. So yeah. All right. Okay.
There is definitely some tangents we can go on. Do you want to introduce what that topic is? Sorry, I've just changed the view on my screen so I can see both of us now.
Okay, a little bit of a drum roll.
Boom.
Conspiracy theories and conspiracy theories. Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
Yeah. So today we are discussing conspiracy theories and why people follow them, and well, not necessarily follow them. I guess the proper word would be believe in them.
Yeah, why you nutcases believe in them?
And personally, there's some conspiracies out there which I see the benefit, and I think there's definitely some truth to them, but we will delve deep into that. But seeming as this is a topic that you proposed, Charlie, how do you want to start this off?
Oh, okay. Well, there's so many different avenues to go off. So let's sort of define what a conspiracy theory is. So my definition, and this isn't the proper definition, but this is what I think a conspiracy theory means, is that it's a theory that might not be based on hard evidence, on hard fact. I think would you say that's about right? It's like sort of a theory that people share in common, but maybe there's no hard evidence. I guess that's what they try and prove, is what the evidence is. There's probably a better definition for it, but anyway, it's pretty self-explanatory. So there's loads and loads of different conspiracy theories out there. I guess, aliens, Bigfoot. What else? What else have we got? We've got 9/11, the moon landing.
9/11 is one of the big ones. Moon landing is a big one.
Moon landing, Bigfoot.
I find both 9/11 and moon landing conspiracies to be the most believable. But we'll get onto
Eli,
that.
This is heating up.
I'm not saying I believe in them, but there is we'll get into it.
Flat earthers.
Yeah, that's problematic, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. But it's a conspiracy theory, and there are people, what else? What else is a conspiracy theory? So many.
Tupac never died.
What about Adolf Hitler? Did Adolf Hitler actually kill himself, or did he escape to Brazil?
Celebrities are getting cloned, and bro, look at the evidence. It's everywhere. No. So yeah, there's people out there thinking that heaps of celebrities are being cloned. I don't understand that one. Why would celebrities be cloned? Maybe so they have influence and stuff. But if you're gonna clone anyone, clone the president.
Well, what is true is celebrities and important people would have body doubles.
Yeah,
that is true. And that is a fact, actually. That
hasn't that happened in the past before?
Oh yeah, it happens all the time. There are body doubles for pretty much all the major celebrities.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And presidents, prime ministers as well. So no, that's all true. What else? Yeah, the Queen. Is she a lizard? Is she the
Yeah,
is she the
other
queen
royals
of
is lizard people.
lizard
Is
people?
Mark Zuckerberg a lizard person? Is Greta Thunberg a lizard person?
Fundenberg.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
there's some truth to
there's
that.
definitely some, wild takes out there. Another one is like the skyscrapers in the sky are killing us.
Right, and the chemtrails as well.
Yes, chemtrails. That's
Is
the one.
chemtrails.
Chemtrails. Yeah.
We're just gonna the first 20 minutes just putting up random
Literally,
conspiracies.
the point is there's so many, and it's interesting how many people believe in them. Flat Earth movement is crazy now. Like people,
But it's just
people devote their life to
completely
this.
stupid. I mean, I was
Stupid to
watching.
you, not stupid to some. I mean, I would
Mm,
agree with you. I'm not. I'm just trying to make the point that there's people out there who they might make some valid points about flat earthers.
yeah, I guess. Yeah. Also, yeah, you gotta be respectful of everyone's beliefs, and everyone has the right to believe these things. But you're mad. But you're mad. But you're mad. Okay. Yeah, and I guess these aren't really conspiracy theories, but they're always fun to talk about, like ghosts and aliens and all sorts of all those sort of UFOs. I love
Area 51.
Area 51, Nevada testing ground. I just love chatting about that stuff. It always sends a shiver up my spine talking about ghosts and aliens.
I love that shit as well because I love my Marvel movies, as I've made note before, and yeah, I mean, damn, how cool would it be to actually have aliens and whatnot? I mean, cool in some aspect, but also really scary.
Well, let's chat about that.
Another conspiracy: is there a multiverse, like
for
they
sure.
say in
Are
Marvel,
we?
in
Elon
parallel
Musk,
dimensions?
Elon Musk has the theory that we're living in an artificial reality. We're already a part of some game.
That's scary.
But I personally, I don't think that's true. But
I don't think that's true either, because there's just.
But further into the future, that might become an actual reality.
Like some Black Mirror shit. Like that's what
Black
that
Mirror
is.
shit. Talking about black things, Men in Black.
The movie.
The movie is good, but have you heard of the real Men in Black?
No, is it a book, TV show?
No. It's an organization based on the movies.
Oh, okay.
They turn up and this has happened, and there's like camera footage of these sort of like ghostly like figures wearing black suits, black fedora hat, and they turn up on your front doorstep after any sort of interaction with, the third. Is it the third kind?
I don't know, but
what are aliens? What is their how would you explain it? Like, do you just go aliens? Is there like, once you've seen an alien, do you refer to it anything else? I'm not sure.
That's the thing. And like, we think the aliens look like these green weird things, but where'd that come from?
Well, sci-fi comic.
Yeah.
The human imagination is very powerful. But there has been so many, ever since human civilization begun, there's always been sort of accounts or stories of spacemen coming down to Earth. Isn't there like ancient aliens as well? Don't they have like all the carvings, isn't there on like the hieroglyphs in Egypt? Aren't there little figures of aliens and shit?
I don't know. There's a lot of they're all the conspiracies, aren't they? I mean,
well, I guess they are conspiracies, but anyway, what about? Yeah, okay, yeah, but I guess the question is like, why do people believe in conspiracies? I mean, for me, there would have to be enough evidence for me to say, oh yeah, that's true. But for some people, it's just they just need the sort of idea, and they don't need any evidence. They don't need any facts. They'll sort of believe it. What's that? Is that the herd mentality?
Yeah. And honestly, by that logic, though, you could make a claim for everything. Like, why do people follow certain politicians? Like, in my opinion, like, I don't want to get too edgy or whatever here, but
Get
like,
edgy, get edgy.
no, like during the 2016 election, I was posting memes about how much I hated Trump. Not just memes, just like Facebook posts. Like every second day, I was sharing something that was like me hating on Trump and saying how he's such an awful person. And like, like since then, like I don't like the guy, and I don't think he was the best president, but I can sit here and say like he was nowhere near as bad as what I was saying and what these posts were saying. And I think that all comes down to like this herd mentality. Why didn't I like him? Because no one else around me liked him. Like, can you actually ask someone like genuinely like, so why don't you like Trump? And they'll say like he's racist, he's sexist, he's homophobic, but like what proof can you actually pull up about that?
They can't break down his policies or anything like that.
No, like that's the thing. There's probably some policies that you would go, hey, that's kind of homophobic, but like he didn't propose that. He's a president. He doesn't. It's like saying like that would be like saying, like if a controversial bill got passed through the Senate and the House of Reps in Australia, and then people would go, oh my God, ScoMo, you're racist, or you're
Well,
homophobic.
they do. They
Yeah, but that's the thing. You can't.
all the time.
I hate that because personally, if you know anything about politics, which obviously most of the time these people don't, because I'll get onto that in a second, but like the House of Reps and the Senate passes this. Now, at the moment in the current situation, like it's so balanced that like there's almost as many Labor seats as Liberal seats. So if you're going to blame ScoMo or even the Liberal Party, just know that they actually need some members from, the opposition to vote with them to actually pass bills. Like they need a majority, which I think they just have a majority at the moment, so they don't need that. But like a lot of the time when they want to pass these controversial bills, sometimes people do like crossbench and they vote with the opposition. Like normally you vote with your party, but the point I'm trying to make here is it's not just one person, proposing these ideas and then
no, but
don't
I
blame
don't think
one
he
person.
helped. I think he poured more fuel onto the fire. I don't think he helped at all. But then again, episode 1, I blamed social media. I still hold those views.
Look, when I was in legal studies in year 12, I was like the only person in my class who knew how the Australian political system worked. I was the one always putting up my hand for the questions and answering them and not being arrogant. I just knew. I was like, well, I may as well answer the question because I know the answer. But no one else in the class knew. And then sometimes I'd be like, I don't want to answer because, I don't want to be that guy or want to look like a know-it-all. But I knew the answer. And then eventually I'd just be like, sir, I know the answer. And then I'd just say it. But the point is, people creating scapegoats like Trump and ScoMo and whatnot. And like they normally don't even know how, like these are the same people that in my legal class probably didn't know how the Australian political system works. So, if you're going to call out certain individuals, understand how the political system works. But anyway, back to the topic. I just felt like that was an important point to make about the herd mentality because it links directly to this idea and notion of conspiracy theories because people follow them because other people follow them. Like it only takes a small group of people to then all of a sudden build up like this chain of theories. And then, with the internet now, things can just spread so easily. Same with social media. So
example, 4 people are wearing red shirts. What's the 5th person going to buy, a blue or a red shirt? She's going to buy the red shirt. But then someone in the red shirt group, one of the original members, posts, well, actually blue shirts are okay. Then everyone's going to swap to wearing blue shirts. This is a dumb society that has been allowed to grow through social media. The ignorance of our generation is is part social media. It's allowed. Yeah, it's allowed. I don't know. It's allowed. It's allowed this sort of this sort of. I don't know. Do you know what I'm getting at though? Do you know what I sort of mean? It's allowed this to sort of be acceptable.
Yeah.
Because we see all these influencers, and we get all these ads and all the targeted sort of marketing towards us. It's just like we don't know what to think anymore, really. And you see it all the time. You just it's a bit sort of, where's this sort of like self express, like I don't know, you can't sort of express yourself anymore. Everyone's got to have an idea. Everyone's got to have an opinion about it. Can't sort of just like, yeah, I want to wear a black shirt because I want to wear a black shirt. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean I support anything. Like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything to add on that? I mean, everyone thinks, oh, there's some message behind it. Like, they're always digging and trying to get more for what it's worth. It's just a black shirt, Oh, but there's a hidden political agenda. Yeah. What? It's just the color is black. It's a shirt. That's it. I think people are overanalyzing things now. People are looking just to start fights. Really, these so-called, is it desk warriors? What are they called? Keyboard warriors.
Yeah, man.
Very easy. I guess they're not. Well, they are using a keyboard on their phone, but yeah, I guess you can't. Like, social media has allowed you to sort of do that, and not have a face behind it. So yeah, I don't know what we can do about that. But this all ties back into how conspiracy theories grow and spread. So this is all very important, because we've got to think how we think and how we act as a society has allowed conspiracy theories to grow. But this isn't new at all. I mean, all the stuff saying about social media is only new because it's only been the last couple of years that's all sort of developed. But conspiracy theories and theories in general have been around since man.
Oh, of course. I mean, look, even biblical like times, we're talking like Jesus conspiracy theories.
Jesus, conspiracy theories.
Well, like I'm talking like the Bible in general. Imagine the reaction to that when it first got published. Like,
right. This is so interesting. And this is going a bit off topic or whatever. I was staying with a bunch of Persians who actually came over to Australia as refugees. And their views on religion were so refreshing and just like, wow, because they'd come from a country where they'd been torn apart by war and religion. And their very, culture and everything that had been built up was sort of just destroyed by just one man's vision and a book, So when they explain about, I'm not going to bring up the religion because I believe that sort of spreads more hate and more misinformation. So we'll just say religion X. But anyway, yeah, it's just I think what people have got to remember is this was written at a time where people needed guidance. So yeah, things like the Bible and books, holy texts like that, they're rule books for life. And people just base their life off that. But what I think people need to remember is that it was written thousands of years ago by men who had to control the community. I think that's correct. I'm probably sounding very stupid, but yeah, it was written to control communities from sort of thinking differently or acting differently. So it was a rule book for the way to think and act. But anyway, yeah, I just don't think it's relevant in our society anymore. And I think that soon as more people start realizing that, we shouldn't be controlled by what one person says, the better. I don't know. That's gone completely off topic.
No. It's okay.
Well, I hope that makes sense. Did that make sense? It's like, I know we've just got to sort of think for ourselves. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, it's good that you're speaking up about this because these are all important things to ponder about this because well, actually, look, off topic. Well, on topic, but off topic for what you were just saying. But is there a conspiracy theory that you believe in?
Oh, okay, sure. All right, yeah, we're gonna get the ball wrong.
I'll jump back to what you were saying. I just
no.
I just want to ask you this question because something just came up in my mind.
Okay, I sort of might be very unpopular. 9/11, I sort of think 9/11. Like, obviously it happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen, obviously, in a very respectful manner. But I think there was a lot of hidden agenda behind it, actually. And I don't think it was as simple as people think.
Yeah,
it wasn't
no,
just
I'm not someone
planes
that's like,
crashing into the world.
9/11 is an inside job. But I watched like a full, when I was in Europe, I was in Romania and I watched this like documentary and I think it went for like 40 minutes and it was just like the documentary on how 9/11 was like just all this conspiracy around it. And there was a lot of like, damn, like this resonates with me. Like this makes a lot of sense, sort of thing.
But if you think about it, America was looking for any excuse to go and invade Iraq.
Moon landing as well is my other one.
Ooh, yeah, that's really unpopular with me.
Look, I know,
I've watched
understand.
so many documentaries.
I know, like it's been debunked and whatnot, but like, dude, like they landed on the moon, but they can't seem to return there.
Well, they did. They
make some question if they ever really were there because yes. But there's no like video footage of people on the moon since, correct? Just robots. Is that not correct?
Yes, that's correct. But the Apollo missions, they all landed on the moon.
Yes.
And there's okay.
Anyway, look, it's something that I'm not too clued about. It's not something I spend my day worrying about, but it's an interesting one that
Yeah, I guess until you've been there, you can't sort of like, I don't know. But I do believe, like, people don't believe that we've gone to space. I do believe, like, man has gone to space.
Well, that's a lot of flat earthers believe. Don't think that. Like a lot of flat earthers think we haven't been to space, obvious reasons, because they think that the fucking universe is like a pancake. I don't understand that logic. I just can't. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I get it in a sense, but like, bro,
it just doesn't make sense at
all.
Like,
there's elements of like, if you're in an airplane and like, it does kind of feel like you're not going around a globe, but like they clearly don't understand physics and whatnot. But
simple physics.
Yeah, but and what were we just talking about before I asked you that question? Because I was gonna link it to something.
I was talking. What was I talking about? Shit. No, I was just talking about religion and not sort of
that's right.
being biased towards like sort of. I know you just gotta have like an open sort of opinion, and you can't really have a closed mind. I don't know. That's me telling you. That's me inflicting my own views.
Yeah. So my point of that is that you need to, like, with conspiracy theories, it's kind of the same as well, because you need to, not shut down these people. Let them have a voice. Let them, I
think they do have a voice.
Yeah, okay, that's true. And look, some of them are absolutely ridiculous, and I go, "You're an idiot. Don't spread that. That's just stupid misinformation." Then there's others that are like, this is more believable. Like, as long as your conspiracy theory that you believe in isn't causing harm to other people,
go ahead. I'm happy.
Yeah, but then again, what causes harm to one person might not cause harm to another. I mean, you might offend someone for not thinking 9/11 was an inside job, while other people would be absolutely fine with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like someone would be upset about that. Other people, no, it's fine. Depending on if you've been affected or not.
What were we going on about? I think we were going about not expressing your beliefs on others, but at the same time, you have a voice and it needs to be heard, and that's I think that's very important for everyone. You have the protesters, like we had Greenpeace all over the world, barricading, blockading sort of city streets and whatever, and just causing general disruption. Yes, it got the point across, but you just proved yourself even more sort of.
And they make people dislike them. Like, I'm not sure if you've heard about some of the PETA stuff. You know, PETA, the
penis. Sorry,
PETA. It's PETA. PETA.
Yes, okay.
Environmental Protection Agency or something. I don't know what it is.
The animal people.
Yeah, those people. The animal and environment. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But anyway, like they're just so over the top that people just go, nah. Like this used to be a cool organization. You guys are just ridiculous now. Like a bunch of tree hugging vegans.
So you're actually doing more harm to the animals. You're actually putting more stress on the animals. And some of the stunts they pull.
And honestly, can I say a hot take? There's animals out there that are bred to
eat.
Yeah, they're bred for cattle. Like it's simple. Like, what do you mean? It's not like
they're not like us humans. They don't think like us humans.
Literally, and like I get, like I know it's awful. Like if you watch like Cowspiracy and stuff like that, like it's bad watching this stuff. But like meat tastes good, and like.
Yeah, Eli, simple. I've sold veganism. Meat tastes good.
Literally, no, but come on, like a lot of these animals are bred to be eaten and bred to be used and utilized for, specific reasons that aren't just breeding to have a cow enjoy its life. Look, I know it's sad, but like it's true, and
it's the reality of life, and
it's the food cycle. That's how it works. That's why humans are on top. Be grateful you're born a human. Leave it at that. Like,
we die.
And if you don't want to eat meat, that's fine. But don't start shutting other people down because they eat meat, and don't start going, I'm morally superior because I don't
eat vegetables. What is important though is what is it? Is it ethical farming?
Oh yes, for sure. Free range is much better.
Well, free range as well, but where they don't do mass sort of farming, so the less environmental impact as possible, because that's very important.
Yeah.
And I think as a society in whole, maybe we should cut down the amount of meat that we eat. And go back to a time where, it was meat and veggies, and then you had some, like it wasn't, you're not just buying meat all the time now. You go back to a more simple time where you did have more vegetables in the diet.
Absolutely.
I suggest I make a mandate that everyone grows a veggie patch in their back garden. More community allotments.
Yeah, fair.
I think. As they do in Europe. I don't see it in Australia.
Because we can't be fact.
We've got the space. I would like to see more community garden allotments in Sydney.
Okay, all right. Going back to our topic.
Conspiracies.
So many tangents we're going on.
Well, we've got to make the hours go by. Naturally. Okay, big conspiracy. God.
Oh,
G-O-D.
right. Yes. God is a woman.
the big fella himself
is a woman. No.
Is a woman. Why do we even? He's not even gender. He's not what I'm referring to him.
I don't understand that. Yeah,
it's gentlest. God just means higher thing. I think
we always
Christians
say he though, don't we?
We do, because it's been embedded in us.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I get it though, because it's like the Son of God, sort of like it's the Jesus thing that people.
Well, I believe Jesus and God would be two separate things, because Jesus was, or to my understanding, a real person,
yes.
who was, a philosopher. He was a teacher. He was just an educated man, and he had strong views. And at the time, there weren't a lot of educated people out there.
That's correct.
So, he had strong views and opinions, and he expressed them. He's no different to Plato or any of the other philosophers, of that time. Actually, I'm going to sound very stupid. Who came first, Plato or Jesus? Ancient Plato or Jesus?
Why is
Who
that
came first?
stupid? Why?
No. Who came first, though? Who came first?
Plato? No, or Jesus?
Jesus. Who came first?
Jesus.
Jesus came first.
I believe. I could be wrong.
When was he around?
Well, Jesus. Are you asking when Plato's around or when Jesus is around?
No, when was Jesus around?
Well, don't you know the date? It's like.
Well, I don't know. 2000 AD? I don't know.
No, because it's before Christ. Actually, I think.
BC.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like ancient history.
Plato was first, actually. He was 300. He died in 348 BC. So
that proves my point even more, that Jesus was just following in the footsteps of other philosophers.
In a sense, yes. I guess you could say that.
Here's another question, if you can Google this. When did they write the Bible?
That's actually a good question, because
surely they wrote it after Jesus.
No, I think it was written like when it was. Oh no, you're right, because I think
it was about his life. But then, how did Jesus refer to his father?
So it was written at different times between 1200 and 165 BC. That's Old Testament, and then the New Testament were written in the 1st century. So there you go.
So it's too far gone anyway. We can't do anything about it. Christianity. It's just sorry.
Earth is really young. Like, no, not the Earth is really young, but like our modern era is really young.
Yeah. When you say that, do you mean, are we talking like sort of back to the? What are we referring to? Like, what are we talking about?
Like, everyone thinks 1800s was such a long time ago. It's like not really.
No, was it 200 years ago?
Yeah,
no.
like literally, like not that long ago.
No. God, people have been. It's just crazy. Like, if you stop and think about it, how long humans have been on this planet for, how long this planet has been spinning around for, it's just like.
We don't know the answer to that, though. There's people out there that think it's 6,000 years.
Well, what's the sort of like in the high school science
millions,
exam?
I believe.
I mean,
could be more, could be billions. Like I said, I don't really know these type of questions, and I don't know these questions because there's no definite answer.
But like throughout. It's been
between 5 million and 7 million years. So that's
just fucking crazy.
I think they reckon the universe has been around for billions of years, and Earth's been around for a long minute too. It doesn't make sense to me though. Like 5 million years, I guess, like makes a bit of sense because of evolution and whatnot, but I don't know if that much. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And this is a conspiracy theory in itself. The date of humanity and the date of Earth, because Earth, you can easily say it's been here for a while, but
when did humans?
They reckon between 5 million years ago, but it's like how no record books to show
chicken or
that.
the egg. Chicken or the egg.
I don't know. There's a lot to this, isn't there? So
big question. These are seriously big questions. No one's been able to answer them, and I don't think anyone will. We're going to die, and these questions will be left
Thanks. No,
unsolved.
it's
Well,
true.
it's
You don't
the
know that though. Like
elements.
with technologies like emerging so much that you just
What, they
don't.
were going to live forever?
No, well,
They still got
no, that's not.
machines
I was speaking to
die.
someone the other day about how there's like the possibility for like I think it's called biomechanical immortality. I don't like.
Would you want to live forever?
No, that's what I was telling people. Like, who wants to live that long? Who wants to live that? Well, it's not even that long. It's like forever. Like, what is forever?
The
Like,
questions, well, for me, 100, and that is
yeah,
a life well lived.
I would go before that, not to be, but you got to think in your final years, like you're gonna be older and more fragile, and
Well, the big question is, do you believe in self? What's the correct term? Is it self where you basically
de-aging.
no, elect yourself to die?
Oh,
What's the correct
euthanasia. Yeah. So personally, I'm actually not a fan of it because it's literally assisted suicide. Like, I think people should get the option, but I think in most cases, like, there's got to be a limit. And like, like if someone's terminally ill, sure. But if someone's, got cancer and there's a chance it could go away, surely fight it. Look, I know that's controversial because like people probably listen to this and go, dude, what do you mean, man? Like, as if you're against euthanasia. I'm like, well, I'm not necessarily. I just like, I think that we shouldn't. I mean, technically, it's giving up in a sense. I mean, like I said, if you're terminally ill or there's no chance of surviving, pull the plug. But if there's a chance, why not take it? I did listen to this story about this person and they were going to like pull the plug on their life support. And then they ended up living for like another 28 years or something like that. So
I think what you can achieve
it's a moral
in 10
question,
years.
isn't it? It's a moral question.
It is well, yeah.
Like, so they got over their illness like miraculously and just lived like 28 more years or something. Well, I don't know if they got over it. It just like didn't kill them. And then they just lived for that long. So
what about miraculous sort of events? You hear of these sort of like freak sort of near-death experiences, but then something's happened. And what do you think that is a higher presence, or do you think that is just down to luck? Down to
yeah. So like I find like NDEs fascinating because a lot of people like report seeing like a bright light, or they see Jesus, or they see dead loved ones. In my opinion, and then you get other people on the other spectrum that'd be like, no, on the other end, it's just dark, it's just cold, there's nothing, which is kind of freaky. In my opinion, you can't make a judgment on that because you're not dead. And even if you have an NDE and you're brought back to life, you're not dead. You are still, you know what I mean? You are not clinically dead. You're not pronounced like.
Well, there have been some people that have been clinically dead.
Yeah, I guess, and they've come back. Yes. So, but at the same time, it's like your soul. Obviously, if they're bringing you back, then you're not, you're not all lost.
Yeah.
And doesn't it take like your body, like they reckon, like 24 hours or something before the soul, if that exists, leaves the body or something like that?
I believe we have a soul. I believe.
So do I. But like lots of So my point is, unless you're officially dead, you can't make a full claim and say this is what happens after you die, because you're not dead. Like, you're dead, but you're dead for a short period of time, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
So you can't make that assumption, and people have different like experiences. Like, I've spoken to people that have been like, oh, like I died and came back. Like, I actually have spoken to someone and they said, oh, it's just dark and cold and that's it, and there's nothing. And I go,
But how do you
can't
know
say
that?
that. You can't say
You-
that. Exactly.
You don't know that.
And then other
I'm
people
pretty
come
sure.
out and say like, oh, like I felt a warm light and like it was peaceful and I
But
felt like I was transcending. And I was like, well, you know,
I haven't I
there's
haven't
two
been in that
sides to this.
situation, so I don't know how.
Yeah,
But
exactly. And neither have I. But like, come on, like, be sensible, be smart about this. If you're not dead to the point of being literally gone.
well, I think people are gonna, if someone just said, "Oh yeah, I've been brought back to life," they are gonna have some sort of story to tell, aren't they?
Yeah, of
They're
course,
not
and I love that.
gonna
That's
be
you
like,
want to
"Oh
hear
yeah,
those
no, I
kind of
just came back."
things, but
Yeah, for sure.
you can't
Uh,
make a claim about what's going to happen to us after we die if you are not dead. Or well, okay, maybe you are dead, but you're not dead for good. You know,
yeah.
you're dead
No, I
for
think
30 seconds, couple minutes, maybe sometimes more.
I
What's
think
the record? I'd be interested to know. I might do a quick.
the longest someone has been clinically dead and then come back to life.
Yep, I'm gonna look this up
Okay,
right now.
bets right now, 30 seconds.
Yep.
30 seconds.
Really? Okay,
30
I'd go
seconds.
more than that, but I don't know what I'll go. I'll say higher. Longest someone's been dead and brought back to life.
60 seconds.
So 6 hours.
Fucking hell.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. That's what I mean though. Like a lot of the time it's 30 seconds, a minute. Yeah, so there's a lot of contradicting information, but clinical death. Yeah, it's very, the internet's very full of different ideas, but there's one here saying 17 hours after her heart stopped.
This is getting a bit ridiculous, but okay. And hey, we're respectful of that, whoever's written that article.
But yeah, look, there's different articles, different contradictions here, but basically, like, on average, people that are dying and coming back, it's 30 seconds, it's a few minutes, like.
Yeah. But you know what this means? You know what this all comes back to? Is conspiracy theories, doesn't it? Because it's like
That's the topic, isn't it, my friend?
But how we interpret information.
It does. It really does, doesn't it? Like,
I don't know, something escaped my mind, but I was thinking of something a bit more there. Anyway, okay, well, I guess the second half of the show, if this is the second half, I don't know what time we're at.
Don't mind me just doing my blind up to get a bit more lighting in this joint.
What time are we at?
I'm not sure, actually.
Someone should look at
that. It doesn't give me time. I think we're about 40 minutes in.
40 minutes. Okay, well, second half of the show, we'll pick a conspiracy theory and we'll try and work it out. Aliens landing at Roswell. Was it 1955 or 19?
I think, yeah, look. I'll look it up again. Gotta love the internet.
The Roswell incident.
Yeah, 1947. So
1947. There we go.
I don't know. See, when you pull apart this one, it's kind of like, look, back then, what technology do you have to capture this? Like,
cameras.
Yeah, I know, but look, isn't it just interesting that all of this crazy stuff that people believe and have conspiracies over is when technology wasn't that great?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Even 2001, the technology we have now compared to them is another level. So, yeah, like easy to have a conspiracy over something that's, your footage could be quite easily manipulated.
What we know is true is that Area 51, its official name, Grooms Lake Testing Range, is a real place. It exists.
Yes,
it is top secret.
People tried to storm it the other a couple of years ago.
2019.
And like hundreds of thousands said they were gonna go, and it was like 50 people.
I still love watching all the YouTube videos on that. But yeah, no. So what we know is it's a real place. Obviously, there's mystery around it because it's not open to the public, but it's where they test futuristic aircraft.
No, like my point is, of course, it's in America. Like, that's my problem. Like, surely if we had an alien invasion or a landing or something, it's not necessarily gonna happen.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
Like, surely it would happen some random country, not America. Like, come on, man. It's like sci-fi shows. Like, they're always in bloody America or like London, and it's like, bro.
Why do you think? Like, it's because the most people, like, it's got the most amount of people, and when you have more people, you're bound to.
Does that not debunk like the whole alien conspiracy itself, in the fact that, like, I'm sure there's been sightings in other countries, but like most of the time,
they have, yeah.
It's linked to the US of the A. It's like you watch superhero movies. I love my Marvel shows and my movies, but why is everything set in bloody America?
Because America rules the world.
It does, apparently. And when it's not in America, it's like set in like random places that don't exist, like Sokovia and Wakanda. It's like these places don't even exist.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to like something made up or America.
Yeah.
It can't be either.
Yeah. I'm waiting for like some attack on Australia. Like, come on.
Oh my God, talking about Australia. Did you hear about that conspiracy theory that Australia doesn't exist?
Oh, that's another good one, isn't it?
Do you remember that American
we are
YouTuber?
well and truly here.
Yes, we are here. Hello. But do you remember that American YouTuber who made a whole video on why Australia doesn't exist? Or something like that.
Yeah, and we said we're like actors and shit.
Yeah, that we're all actors in America again. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. So what? Yeah. What have we said? Well, we've proven that. Yeah, possibly there are aliens in Earth.
Thanos, bro. Thanos kind.
Yeah.
Okay. So going back, so there was a little pause and a little jump there. You might have noticed. Today's episode is not unedited. It is unscripted though. But yeah, just had some dogs in the background. We had to cut out. Speaking of which, normally we'd be at each other's house, but you know, today we're just too lazy to do that.
Actually, we're following COVID regulations, although you can have 20 people at your house. You know what I find whack about that? Why would you have more than 20 people at your house anyway?
Party?
But like, yeah, okay, a party. But still 20 people is a lot of people though. I mean, unless you have an ultra big house, like, I mean, 20 people is still a lot of people. Really?
That is true.
I don't really think that I've had a party where there's, you know,
maybe that's just me.
Yeah, okay, maybe it's just you. Sorry, like, we don't all have big parties. Maybe, I reckon, yeah, maybe 20. Anyway, going back onto the topic. Big questions, conspiracies. The Loch Ness Monster, yay or nay?
No.
No? Nay. Okay, Bigfoot, yay or nay?
No.
No? Okay, all right. What else is a mythical creature? What else is a mythical creature? What exists? What?
Iron Man technology.
What? What? Iron Man technology?
Yeah, man. That's out there. Surely. Surely. Come on, man. Like, that movie was so popular. Surely there's some billionaire out there that's like mimicking Tony Stark's.
Have you seen
armor?
The army was testing out like a jetpack. So now, like, the army are going to be flying around. You're going to have soldiers flying around on jetpacks. It's insane. absolutely insane. But that's the way things are going. What else? What else? I tell you what I want to know is, I don't know. I feel like this is like, I'm so bad at this because I should know like the subject matter a bit more. Like I should know why I think, more information about 9/11 or whatever. But I just know it's just small divots. But yeah, we could go on about the moon landing a bit more.
Hold on. 9/11. There's a lot of information out there that would help support your claim of it being a inside job.
There's footage where the actual building looks to explode before the plane has actually crashed.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Why
bombs
would
going off?
the US government want to kill? I don't know what the final.
Yeah, but people have been saying that about COVID, have they not? People have been saying that?
Oh my God, COVID!
That's a great conspiracy. It's a great conspiracy.
Jeez, we're living it right now. Hello.
Yeah. Vaccines, the actual virus. Doesn't Bill Gates have a patent on every vaccine that's put out there?
Oh yeah,
bruh.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. Absolutely true. I mean, masks. The people going, I'm not going to wear a mask because the government's controlling me for it or whatever. I mean, you're just scared, really. And people actually, a lot of the anti-maskers were people who suffer from claustrophobia anyway.
Yeah, makes sense.
So there you go. What about the 5G towers? Have we got 5G in Australia?
I think we do now. And
have we actually?
People are really sus about it. Even some family members of mine are sus about 5G. I've spoken to a lot of people who are sus about 5G. People think it causes look, to be honest, radiation causes brain tumors and brain cancers.
There are so many
actually research has proven that.
Signals.
That's research has proven that.
Yeah.
And there was a school in America, I think, and they put some 4G towers up, and this is just 4G. And like they found that like 6 of their kids ended up getting like a brain tumor or brain cancer or something. And I'm like, that's not coincidental. Like because they put the towers right in the school because the telecommunications company or whatever paid money to put those.
Well, it's like never live under the power lines, never live under the high voltage lines.
Yeah,
you have, like people
can't
being
relate.
sick.
I've just got power lines right next to me.
No. The big, like the big power lines. You know those ones you see on the side of the highway, like the telegraph, not the telegraph poles, the massive sort of those silver ones, the high voltage.
Yeah, is that not what I have under my house?
No.
Like next to my house on the road.
No,
the high
you have a normal telegraph pole.
Okay.
Like everyone, I'm pretty sure. No, this is like feeding multiple lines. Like you find them on the side of the highway or like in fields.
You know what's something you don't notice enough? Telegraph poles.
They're out there.
We just don't notice them. How weird is that?
Oh my God, we've just cracked.
Oh my God, though. Seriously, who looks up and goes, like, damn? Like, genuinely, who literally notices them that much? No one does, do they?
What else?
Sometimes you do when you see a bird on top of one and you're like, hey, there's a bird on one.
What is that? What is that effect? Is that the
It's not the Mandela effect.
No.
There's a word for it. There is a word for it.
But it's like something that's in plain sight.
But it's hidden.
We just, like, I don't know, like our minds sort of
forget it's there.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I think you get so accustomed to it that it doesn't do that. What's another thing that's in plain sight? I don't know. I think the best way that the government could spy on you is your garbage bin. Couldn't they?
I guess.
But everyone's got a mobile phone nowadays anyway, so you don't need to have general household items.
So doesn't it have like a little green or orange light when you use your camera now on your phone?
Yes, it does. The green light is on. And I have noticed a red light as well when it's been trying to...
So
I read about it.
Is it true that that's actually recording? This is good conspiracy here. Is it true that it's recording you even if you haven't hit the record button?
I'm damn sure it's going somewhere. But what about all those targeted ads? Like you talk about a holiday. Like I'll mention I want to travel to New Zealand. I'll probably get an ad.
Yeah.
This evening,
mate, it is freaky when you speak about like things and then it pops up in your targeted ads. Like, come on, that is not.
What's that about? Have we given consent for that? Yeah, probably in the
no. But I
conditions.
never understand that because I've heard heaps of stories like that, and that's happened to me where like I've spoken about a topic and then I haven't looked it up, and then next thing you know, it's in my ads on social media. Like,
what's that about? Who bothers to read the terms and conditions when signing up for something? I mean, I do sometimes. Like, I'll have a glance, but I'm not going to read every single line.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. So, yeah, definitely. There's so many conspiracies out there. We're almost an hour. So, what else do you want to talk about before we wrap things up?
Well, we've got, you know what? There's been some solid stuff in the introduction.
There's a lot more we could build on about this. Did you have any more questions that you wanted to pose? I have one.
Yes, go. Yeah.
Mine is, well, actually, we've already answered why people kind of follow conspiracy theories about that pact mentality. But do you think there's any other reason why people do? Do you think some people might just do it because they think it's edgy and cool?
Yeah, approval for sure. Gives people something to do. Hey.
Yeah. Well, that's
you're a bit bored on a weeknight. You need something to do.
So, do you have any more questions you want to pose about this?
What about you? No, I don't. I'd like to know how much the government controls, and about us, how much information they truly have on us. I don't actually care. As long as I can go about my life doing what I like, I'm not fussed, really. Really, I mean, I don't really care. Government collects information about me. It's pretty boring.
Yeah.
I crack up when people are like, "Oh, well, I don't want the government finding information about me," and I'm like, "What are you trying to hide?"
Yeah.
Unless you're like some sort of ultra.
That's
what
a fair
are you trying
point.
to hide?
That is a fair point.
It's like the police. It's like people get pissed off at the police driving unmarked cars. It's like, well,
that's
if
it.
You're in...
Or on TikTok, and you see these TikToks of people like getting arrested, and they're like, "Cops are dogs," and I'm like, "Bruh, do you not see that like responsible people don't get into trouble with the law?" I don't see myself getting arrested.
Let's turn the light on. It's got a big speaker behind him. What have you got there? A record player.
Uh-huh.
Have you actually got a record player?
I sure do.
Nice.
Yes.
What LPs do you have? What do you listen to?
I have a lot of LPs. I have.
What do you listen to?
I got Lana Del Rey. I got Kanye. I got
any classics. Any classics though?
No, don't listen to classic music on vinyl.
No, like classic. Like I don't know. Like
No, I know what you meant. You meant like songs that are like, like
classics,
Michael Jackson or something.
Yeah, that type of shit. When vinyl was
I don't have that.
Oh, right. Okay.
I got modern stuff because I'm modern.
But you know what? What is fair enough is you're doing exactly what they would have done back then. They weren't buying records from their grandparents and playing them. I mean, they didn't have records when their grandparents. Well, they did actually, but anyway, it doesn't matter. You're keeping up with it. You're keeping what they would have done.
True.
They would have listened to the modern music. They wouldn't have listened to the old-timey music.
Yeah, I know. And then it's like these boomers go, "Hey, your modern music sucks, man. Bring back the classic music." And it's like, bruh, when you were listening to this music, it was modern.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't be a hypocrite.
What about fashion trends though?
Where
How's that?
are we even going with this at this point?
I don't know. I feel like we've gone over an hour, and I need to give you some good content.
But no, we can wrap this up now if you want.
Yeah, what's important is I'm not I think, respectful to everyone. Have
an open mind.
Have an open mind. Don't practice whatever beliefs and whatever you want to do in life. I think you should have unrestricted. You should just be unrestricted. You shouldn't be controlled by anyone. Never feel pressured into anything at all, really. Yeah. It's at the end of just keep nice and positive.
Yeah, look, and I would be happy to talk about conspiracy theories another time.
Look, we didn't touch on depth. We need to get someone who knows what it's like.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that we don't know what we're talking about. We're good at rambling. We're good at rambling.
Tangents are great, though.
Tangents are great.
It's been a good chat. I think we've about hit the hour mark. Make sure to subscribe. Charlie will be back in not the next episode, but the one after.
Well, we'll discuss this, but yes.
Unless you want to be in the next one.
No. I mean, we'll discuss this in post, but Charlie might be a bit busy. Charlie will still stick on the podcast, but he might be a bit busy.
Charlie might be a bit busy.
Trying to do something with his life.
Oh, that's good. That's what you want to hear.
Well, that is what you want to hear. You want to always keep positive. And my thing is, I don't have lots of qualifications, so I'm using every opportunity I get given to its full, and taking advantage of that.
Well, that is good. That is good.
It's my mantra. Yeah.
Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. On YouTube, it's just under my name, Eli Maynard. I'm going to keep it like that because, I don't know, I just can't be bothered making a separate YouTube channel for it.
I've noticed I've gone into the dark. I'm now not
You have. You are in the dark.
No. So I keep it.
Conspiracy theory, ghosts. No, but...
I would have loved to talk about ghosts. I've got so many ghost stories.
There's a lot of things we could talk about.
You want to know something quickly? Something recently happened to me. I was staying in this house and I was in the laundry and the door, for some reason, was shut back into the main house. And I tried opening it and it was properly locked. And I tried knocking, calling out to see if someone could open it from the other side. It was properly locked, I swear to God. And then I tried to open it after knocking a couple of times and it opened. Loose as nothing.
And that was me.
No, it wasn't you.
I was on the other side.
It was, as I say, it was sketchy.
Okay, well, there you go.
Sketchy.
So yeah, thanks for listening. Subscribe. Next podcast, I'm not sure what it's going to be, but from the next podcast onwards, I think it's finally time to start doing life hacks. Just a small segment on each podcast just to break things up. We'll say it at the end about a life hack. I've been speaking about it for every episode now. So episode 1, 2, and 3. And I want to
Domino's life hack.
Talk about a life hack each episode. So yeah.
Domino's life hack. Do the value pizzas, which are the $5 pizzas. Then you can edit. No, there's there's a ham and cheese or something. And for $2 extra, you can add the pineapple. And then it's $6 instead of the 10 or 15, whatever a traditional pizza is.
That's pretty smart. I rate
That's
it.
a good little life hack.
So there you go. There's the life hack for today's episode. New segment though, just for fun. So next episode, I'll see. I'm gonna think about some. I got so many ideas, but I'm just not sure which one to tackle next. It really depends on my mood.
What about your OnlyFans account? Are you gonna finally come
hilarious?
About that?
I'm not gonna. I do not have an OnlyFans. Don't.
What do you think about the Australian government banning flights back from India?
They actually just approved flights in New South Wales. So
They
there
just
you go.
cancelled it. I
No,
just
they
got a Twitter feed just then.
What? I thought I got a Gladys post saying that they're welcoming them. Anyway, that's something to research after this. But anyway, make sure to subscribe and follow myself on Instagram at e.li.maynard. So that's at e.li.maynard. If you want to ask a question or be on the podcast or talk about any topics. But yeah, I'll have a new guest next time. Got some really interesting ideas. There actually is some topics that I could just honestly just ramble by myself about if I can't find a guest. But thanks everyone.
Bit of solo stuff.
Bit of solo. But yeah, thanks everyone for listening. Thank you, Charlie.
Well, thank you.
You're so dark right now. I can't even see.
Hey, let's not bring color into this. I mean, I'm gonna get killed for sure.
Anyway, before Charlie goes any further, thank you again. Subscribe and peace out, I guess. Enjoy yourself. And I'll be back in 2 weeks for the next one. And I think I said from episode 5 it will be weekly, so we're still doing the fortnightly occasion for these episodes, which is working. And I think Monday is going to be the new day to upload. I've been kind of alternating between Monday and Wednesday. Monday is the new go. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Charlie.
Ciao. We're out.